Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Veda and this is The Simple Budget. Here on my channel I show you simple but effective ways of maintaining a stress-free financial life. If you haven't already, I would love it so much if you would subscribe to my channel. And now let's get into today's video. Well, hello everyone, and a long time no see. I am obviously going to explain where I have been. I will leave a timestamp if I get a little chatty. If I don't get a little chatty, if I can go through a quick explanation here, you're just stuck with me unless you can figure out where I actually start today's cash stuffing. But what ended up happening is my daughter brought home a cold, not really, I mean, it was a little bit more intensive than a cold from school. And I was taking care of her, and then I got it. And then we had a long weekend vacation planned with Mr. Simple's family. And then my husband got sick. And so it was just sort of like back to back to back to back. And so I just didn't get to all of the filming and uploading and editing and things that I wanted to do. And so that is where I have been, or that is why I have not been here on my channel. So what that means for this week is a lot of bonus content because I do want to make sure that I get up my my Q3 emergency fund update for you guys, and then also my Etsy and YouTube cash stuffing from the month of September, even though we are more than halfway through October at this point. And actually to that end, today's cash stuffing is going to include my cash stuffing from last week and this week, except for just 1 week of groceries because I did go grocery shopping and I just didn't have cash with me when I did that. So we're going to be stuffing $1,281 today, and I am foregoing our usual tradition of counting the cash, and I'm just going to go ahead and get into stuffing it. I have counted it to make sure that everything is here, but also I like in my like catch-up videos, I have a tendency to be a little chattier than usual anyway, and so I just wanted to get into the stuffing rather than counting the cash. So let's jump in. So first up, we have high priority sinking funds, and groceries is up first. And I'm gonna be stuffing $500 today. And I have been doing a really good job of actually staying under, the budget is $550 a week, but I've been stuffing $500 to just kind of like encourage myself to really try very hard not to even meet the budget. And so we do have a plan to make sure that we're going to reallocate the money that we don't use. And after a couple of months, if I stay under budget, we're going to decrease our grocery budget again because we could certainly use that money in other places, that's for sure. I mean, not the least of which is our emergency fund. And actually, to that end, I've gotten a lot of comments and questions asking if we're okay because of the government shutdown and everything. And the answer is yes, this is what an emergency fund is for. And it's also so sweet of you guys to check in with us, but we're totally fine. We are obviously living on our emergency fund, and that's sort of where the stuffing comes from, but it all works out because, when the government is not shut down, Mr. Simple will get his back pay. So anyways, covering that. Now in groceries, we've got 1, 2, 300, 50, 400, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 500, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. We had a little bit left over from last week, so that's why. Next up is taxes. Taxes is getting $20 this week. Again, this is for 2 weeks worth of stuffing. So now in taxes, we have 50, 70, 90, 100, 10, 15, 16, and 17. Next up is a medical. Medical is going to be getting $50 today. And again, it's making up for 2 weeks of not stuffing. And so now in medical, we have 50, 70, 90, 110, 115, 21. So 121 in medical. car expenses is up next, and it's going to be getting $30 this week. So we got a 20 and a 10. And now in car expenses, we've got 20, 40, 50, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, and 71. Plus the 750, I think. Yeah, 750 we have in our high yield savings account. Oops. Home maintenance is up next, and it's going to be getting $50 this week. Not to insult any of your intelligence, but obviously Mr. Simple is not here with us today. It didn't work out for us to be able to film together. If I know that you guys will know, when you come back from a vacation, it's like it throws off your whole next week afterward. You're sort of like recuperating from that. And so we just kind of like laid low this weekend and also did a little bit of like cleanup here and there. And so that's why I'm actually filming this on Monday, which is very unusual for me. But anyways, now in home maintenance, we've got $155.60. Household is up next, and it's also getting $50. This is the only one that I didn't give like a $50 bill to, but that's because this one is spent from pretty frequently. So I like to give it smaller bills so that it's easier to make change from these envelopes. Sorry about that. My daughter just slammed her door by accident. It's windy in Texas today. Anyways, now in household, we've got 20, 40, 50, 65, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, and 82. Building this one back up after a very spendy September, I want to say. Anyways, toiletries is up next, and it's getting $40 this week. And I did 20, 30, 5, and 40. Y'all know I love a small time denomination breakdown. Now in toiletries, we've got 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 5, 80, and 81. Clothes is up next. And oh, you know what? Clothes is being skipped. And the reason for that is because we had like a little bit of a recuperating from overspending for the kids back to school, some back to school clothes and some just like, oh, they grew out of this, they grew out of that. But fortunately, I have managed to sell both of the lots of my kids' clothes that they grew out of. And so money is actually going to end up back in here at the end of the month. It's just we're waiting out to see how it all pans out once the money actually hits our account. So that's why in the meantime, I'm just not stuffing it. Finance coach is getting $5 this week. All of these categories back here at the back of this are all only stuffed once a month, but because we missed 2 weeks, there's actually going to be 2 stuffings. So finance coach gets $5, and now it has 20, 40, 50, 65. Actually, that 5 is for next year because it's $60 annually that is saved for, but it just hasn't hit yet. And then union dues is being skipped, but, HOA is being skipped, but union dues is getting its monthly stuff this week as well, and it's getting $15. Oops. So 10 and a 5. And now in union dues, we've got 100, 20, 40, 60, 70, 85. And if you guys ever have any questions about what the categories mean, if they're not self-explanatory, I do go into a little bit more of a thorough explanation for the categories when I do my budget with me. And so you can just go watch my most recent one because I will have explained in there what all of the categories are for. Next up, we've got low priority sinking funds. Dine out is only stuffed with side income, so it's being skipped. Haircuts is getting $40 this week. 20, 40. And now in haircuts, we've got 20, 40, 60, 80, 90. Whoops. Whoops. Home decor is another one. It's just been being skipped these days. Dates is next, and it's going to be getting $20 this week. Oops. And now in dates, we've got 50. his is up next. This is my husband spending money. He's getting 25. And now in his, he's got 20, 30, 45, 55. Hers is my spending money. It's getting $20. And I've got 35. I feel like my envelopes always require an explanation just because I split my spending money into 3 different envelope categories. And so this next one, Save Yo Money Ho, is for me also to encourage myself to save money. And it's actually getting $106 this week. I know that's a weird number, but I sold a few things on Poshmark, and so that money is going into the envelope in addition to the spending money that I give it every single month. So I did a 100, 5 and 6, whoops. And now in Save Your Money Ho, I have 125, 31. Which again, I don't think we've ever seen from me, ever. Pretty Hair is up next, and this is for my haircut. It's getting $30 this week. And now in Pretty Hair, I've got 20, 40, 60, 70, 85, 90, which is nice because that just about covers my haircut. And so the rest of the money that I put in here from now until my next haircut is basically just going to be tip money for my hairdresser. That's something that I like to do around Christmas time. Anytime I get any kind of service done at Christmas time, I always like to tip that person extra, but especially somebody like my hairdresser who I see every year, like throughout the year, I really like to make sure she gets a nice tip. So I'm stuffing in a little bit extra this month and next month just to make sure that she has a nice tip for Christmas time. Family Fun is up next, and it's getting $20 this week. So now in Family Fun, we've got 20, 40, 50, 65. It is stuffed less around this time of year because we actually do less like family fun activities this time of year. We're much more like family fun activity over the summer kind of people. And that does it for low priority. And last up for the day is going to be our holiday sinking funds. And so first up, we've got gifts. Gifts is going to be getting $20 today. And so now it has 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 167. Partay is up next, and it's also going to be getting $20 this week. And now in Partay, we have 150, 70, 85, 86, and 87. Valentine's Day has actually already been stuffed for the month, but Easter is getting its monthly stuff of $7. And now in Easter, we've got 20, 45, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, and 61. Oops. There we go. I could not get that. Vacation is being skipped for the rest of the month because we did, I don't want to say overspend. We didn't want to pull the money that we had in our high yield savings account into our checking account to spend from. So we just spent the $250 that we did have in our checking account plus a little bit from what we were going to stuff it for the rest of the month. So we still have like $750, I think, in our high yield savings account for vacation, but we are not stuffing it just to kind of compensate for the other spending that we did. But we had a really good time. It was fun. School Things is up next, and it's going to be getting $20 this week. And now in School Things, we've got 20, 40, 60, 61, 62, 63, and 64. Halloween is getting its monthly stuff this week as well, and it's getting $12. This is actually for next year. So now in Halloween, we've got 20, 30, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, and 45. Thanksgiving is getting $15 this week. Oops, I always grab that. Now on Thanksgiving, we've got 20, 40, 50, 65, 70, plus 250 in the bank. So that is good. Eat Dessert First is only going to be stuffed with Etsy and YouTube Pay, so it's being skipped this week. But Christmas is going to be getting $150. And so now in Christmas, we've got 100, 50, 200, 20, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48. So we're $2 shy of our $250 threshold, but we will get there before November anyway. So, and actually November, or maybe it's funded by November. No. November will be the last month of its stuffing for this Christmas that's upcoming. And then actually December will go toward next Christmas. That's how we do that. I was confusing myself for a minute. Our pool membership category is the last up for the day. It's getting the remaining $16 that we have here. And now in pool, we've got 100, 20, 35, 40, 41, 42, 43, and 44. Alrighty. Well, that is going to do it for me for today's video, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope that everything stays calm so that we can maintain our usual schedule. Like I said, it's just going to be a week of catch-up videos with you guys. So I haven't decided. I'm probably going to upload the oh my goodness, what's it called? The Q3 emergency fund update first. So I will be back here with you guys tomorrow for that one. So I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Monday, and I will see you all tomorrow. Okay? Bye, everyone.